Hey there, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be doing another Destiny the Taken King gun review! And we're going to be taking a look at a gun that's not like the others. Spoiler, it's pretty much exactly like 7 other guns in the game. Who even names these things, though? I don't understand. I mean, like, the not like the others? That's like what you tell, like, that girl you really want to hook up with, right? You know, like, baby, you're not like the other scouts.
Do you believe that?
I do. What's going on, guys? How you doing? My name is Poe, and welcome to the channel. If you enjoy terrible humor and even worse gameplay, this is your place to be. Hit that subscribe button. So, the Not Like the Others is a very interesting scout because you can actually purchase this one from the Vanguard Quartermaster, and it has extreme value for both PvP and PvE, and I would honestly argue that it's the best scout rifle for PvE in the game, at least in the legendary category. And it's got some really god tier rolls for PvP too. So we're going to talk about that. So let's get started, talk about what's under the hood. It has a rate of fire of 37, an impact of 48, range is at 65, stability of 46, and a reload speed of 59. Surprisingly average and earning yet another eyebrow raise at why the hell this gun is named that. Moving on over to what these numbers truly mean. This thing lets them rip at 180 rounds per minute, a reload speed at about 2.5 seconds, a smirk-inducing aim assist to 69%, and a generous mag capacity of 17, giving this, again, another well-rounded, average sort of stat-based scout rifle. This one shares the company of a lot of other popular ones like the Hung Jury and the more popular Treads Upon Stars. This thing tickles Titan's temples for 61 damage, coming in with a 4-shot to kill with exactly 1 second. Damage of 41 to the body anywhere else on the Titan with 5 shots to kill in 1.33 seconds. Now, what is important to notice about this is obviously the math. This thing needs to land 2 headshots out of the 4 potential shots to kill to the head. So 2 body shots and 2 headshots puts the Guardian down inside the Crucible. That's extremely flexible. There's a lot of room for error with this, meaning it's obviously put in a pretty comfortable area for, you know, even veteran or novice players alike. A great gun to get used to would be either this weapon or the Treads. This entire archetype is incredible for something like that. Now, what do we want in terms of PvE perks on this weapon? And this is where things get a little confusing. One of my ideal roles would be crowd control for additional damage, high caliber round for flinching, and Firefly for AoE. Now, the one of these that I would honestly kind of rotate around would either be Firefly, and I may substitute that for Reactive Reload, which is interesting because those are pretty much the roles that are on the Vanguard Quartermaster one, the one that you can actually buy. And the reason why this is important and something you may want to consider is, though Firefly is useful, it does not do a whole lot of damage. And to be honest, the items and the enemies that actually do take damage from Firefly, any significant damage, are probably going to be one-shots to you anyway. So, to me, it's a flashy perk. It has a little bit of function, even more so with something like a scout rifle. But at the end of the day, something like Reactive Reload will probably be better in more situations. Of course, it may not trigger as much as Firefly does, but when it triggers, because it comes in with an additional 33% damage over a few seconds, and that's big on things that normally would not be impacted by something like Firefly. We're talking knights, bosses. So if you were to take that crowd control, which is 15% of damage on top, run the entire mag out in PvE, then reload for an additional 33%, you're going to get kills with that and start triggering the crowd control, which means every time you're using this weapon and getting kills, you're going to constantly have a damage buff. That's not necessarily something you get from Firefly, which makes it a very interesting area, one that also benefits boss fights, and that's a really good thing to factor in. So, we're going to skip past that real quick. What do we want on PvP roles? Very similar. What you're going to look for is the crowd control in the first bubble. The middle bubble, I would honestly go with something like high caliber rounds for flinching. It's always a great thing. It's kind of like building your own customizable legendary Mida if you do it right. And then last but not least, I would say Third Eye. Honestly, at this point, anything in the final tier would be great. What you're really looking for is that crowd control. Crowd control after a kill with this weapon puts it into a 3 headshot to kill range, giving it a really, really fast time to kill after, of course, getting a kill. I normally trigger that 3 headshot to kill thing a couple times a match. It's not the most common of things, it's not the most uncommon of things, but when it does come together, especially on objective game types where people have to capture points like control, it does come in handy, or when they're waiting around the rift or something. So objective game types, that crowd control build really does thrive. Now, this is, again, one of the really juicy details to know, is this gun sells from the Vanguard Quartermaster with both crowd control, which is what you need for PvP and PvE, and it has reactive reload, which is what you're looking for PvE. And though I have not thoroughly tested it, a lot of people are big fans of the hung jury, but at the end of the day, if we're talking about max damage output, I would believe that this build that comes default with the not like the others from the Quartermaster is superior to the hung jury. It beats it in pretty much every way, and the fact that it actually comes with crowd control makes it a pretty solid option for PvP alone. The gameplay you're watching right here was only the second time I ever used the weapon, and I dropped over 40 kills in it, proving to be a freaking reliable weapon, man. So though the gun itself may not be exceptional, it may be pretty much average or just quite well rounded, the fact that you can buy it with those kinds of perks for 150 marks does honestly make it not like the others. So in the end, it earns its name. So yeah, we ended up with the fairy tale ending. So it's actually really reliable, and I honestly did not understand its value to the game until I honestly started using it a little bit more. So honest recommendation, if you use the hung jury for PvE, you may want to give this one a go. If you use any other scouts that do not have crowd control, you may want to give this one a go or farm for the perfect treads. Like I said, there are lots of guns that are in this same archetype in the game. It's just whether or not you're worth grinding for them, and at the end of the day, this one you can just purchase, and almost everyone can afford one of these. So, I think it's an absolutely incredible weapon for both PvP and PvE, one of the best well-rounded guns in the game, and it's a great addition to anyone's arsenal. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the gameplay, be sure to subscribe for future Destiny Taken King gun reviews. If you have any other guns you want to see soon, let me know in the form of a comment down in the comment section, guys. You guys have a great evening. Subscribe, leave a like, do all that good jazz, and I will catch you guys around sometime. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, guys.
5 minutes remaining. Zone B lost. Enemy captured Zone B. Lost the lead. Heavy ammo inbound. Heavy ammo available. Yes! 3 down! Zone B neutralized. You're in the lead. Zone B secure. C neutralized. Double kill. Zone C secure. You control all zones. One final push and victory is yours. Enemy captured Zone A. Zones controlled. Targets eliminated. Nice work.
Reminder, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you are new here. Tons of reviews coming at you. If you want to check out the first Curse of the Hatchet, it's right there on your screen. Click it. Or even the playlist button, it takes you to the rest of the collection that we have. Take care. Thanks for supporting the channel.